To invest in crypto, you need a sophisticated solution and high-touch support. Coinbase Prime, how institutions manage, trade, and custody digital assets. Built by traders with deep technical expertise. Store your assets with battle-tested cold storage. Tailor and test your execution strategy with pre-trade support. And get the market's best pricing through Coinbase Prime's proprietary trading algorithms. Transfer your assets seamlessly between trading and custody, and customize approval workflows to fit your existing processes, keeping your team aligned. Coinbase Prime brings together advanced trading and a commitment to security. Get integrated asset solutions from the most trusted name in crypto. Coinbase Prime.
Hi, Ben. How are you?
I'm very well, Nick. Great to be here. How are you?
Yes, great to have you and Coinbase. You know, I'm following your work. You have an amazing team. You're building this crypto, and blockchain railroads all over the world. It's amazing what you guys are doing. But before we dive into you and maybe in Prime and everything you're doing, maybe you can give us a little bit of a background about your role on Coinbase.
Yeah, sure. Happy to. First thing as well, thank you so much for those kind points at the start. I mean, we're super lucky. We have a great team, and I guess we're trying to do our little bit in the industry. There's so many other great companies around us that are doing amazing things, and we're just kind of trying to do our bit and help us move the space forward. But it's it's been a pretty interesting few years, that's for sure. So I joined Coinbase in 2019 in January. I helped launch the OTC desk then. We've now rebranded to Coinbase Execution Services, but I'll go through in a second what that means. Started my career in 2007 trading equities at Merrill Lynch, then Bank of America, so trading through a couple of financial crises, which was a lot of learning, a lot of fun, but also a lot of learning for sure. I then left there and I founded a payments company, which I ran for 6 years before selling in 2018, and then I joined Coinbase. The last year, as I said, the last few years have been incredible. It's been a real journey, and I would say there's probably a kind of a before kind of March 2020 and an after March 2020. And I'm sure we'll dig into this later, but that was when kind of it really started to ramp up, and we can talk through the acquisition of Tagomi and the bringing on some of that great team and great tech, and obviously like building our prime broker as well. But it's been a ton of fun. My day to day is typically talking with large institutions, so it could be corporates like a MicroStrategy or a One River, or it could be a macro hedge fund like a Third Point, or it could be a high net worth individual, a family office, a crypto native fund. We speak to a very broad spectrum of clients, and our goal is really to help them enter and exit large crypto positions, to kind of help them get up to speed on the space, because many of them are incredibly sophisticated when it comes to traditional asset classes or the businesses that they run. But crypto is a new asset class, and we're kind of here just to help and try and make that journey easier from a trading perspective, storage perspective, and just a learning perspective, and really just help where we can.
That's why I'm so interested in you building this brand, the awareness. You're talking with all these institutions. I mean, I understand it's a lot of relationship work and working side by side with them. Who are these institutions that you're talking to? I mean, what kind of a background and knowledge do they have about all this?
So it really varies, and what I would say is that it's the questions that we're getting asked now on a first meeting are significantly more research than the ones we had, let's say, 18 months ago or 2 years ago. So it's incredibly encouraging to see all of these institutions that we're speaking with come through and have done their research ahead of time. It ranges, so it's going to be your kind of MicroStrategies and Teslas, to your One Rivers, May2s, Third Points, and other kind of macro funds. And we speak to a range of different people. So it might be the trading team at a macro fund or a PM, or it might be a founder or the CFO or COO, kind of other company types. But I think what's been helpful for them, and we've learned a ton in the last 18 months, but when we acquired Tagomi back in, I think, May 2020, we brought on a great suite of algo tools that were really, they're best in class. So we kind of brought them within Coinbase. And there was a period of time where we were working with Coinbase Custody, which was best in class custody, and then Tagomi. And really what we've done with Coinbase Prime is bring those together so that rather than having two fragmented systems, you've got one system where you can store, you can trade, and then in the future you can finance and lend and stake and all those sort of things as well. And that's something that's been a huge kind of step forward for us, and it's been something that's been very well received by our clients. I don't want to kind of run the script too much, so happy to go into that now if you like, or we can come to that later.
Yeah,
whatever works best for you.
I think this is super important and amazing that you're seeing the demand, and I guess these institutions, they trust the brand, they trust Coinbase, right? That's why they come to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of one of our kind of guiding values, is to be the most trusted exchange. So really everything we do stems from that. So whether it's the conversation that you and I are having now, or whether it's us trading for a client or us storing funds for a client, it's really important that we can be trusted. And as a public company, that's obviously even more important now. I think kind of to speak about that specific to the PB, it's been a long time in the making, the work around the PB, and we needed to make sure that we tested it ahead of our beta launch and then ahead of our alpha launch, so that when clients got to it, it was as perfect as it could be. As with any new launch, there's always going to be things that you learn and things that you improve, and that's very natural. And development is always a very iterative process. But it's been fantastic, the reception that we've had so far. And to kind of dig down a little deeper on what we offer there. So it's a smart order router that lets you access the broader crypto market. So what does that mean? It means that you place a trade with us, and we will route that to whatever exchanges and other venues we feel are going to get you the best all-in price, including fees and everything like that as well. So it's really our job to connect to all these different venues, which might be an external OTC desk that we connect to electronically, or another exchange. One thing that's worth pointing out, we obviously have our own exchange, but for us to get our clients the best pricing, we know that we need to use other exchanges as well. So we'll do integrations with those exchanges. They'll go through the rigorous due diligence and onboarding that we have with all of our clients, so that our clients know that when they're trading with Coinbase, they're trading with KYC clients, so there's no concerns there. And then we will give them all of the analytics they need to understand how good that execution has been for them. So traditionally, the crypto market's been a little bit opaque, and it's been hard to know why you should execute here versus here, and who you're executing against, and things like that. That's one thing that we try and take away and provide that transparency. In addition to that, if you want to do it yourself, you certainly can, and a lot of our clients do. But if you want to work with a experienced trading team, then you can come to the execution services team, which is a part of the business that I work within. And we have a team of expert traders that are ready around the globe 24/7 to trade for our clients. It's one of the funny things with crypto, as you know, it's a gift being a 24/7 industry. It's also challenging at times as well. It means you've got to have teams in Singapore and London and various parts of the US to make sure that when an important client comes through to you at Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, you've got a team that can handle that and provide them the same service that they would get Monday at 10 a.m. when the market's just open. Well, traditional market's just open, I should say.
I was about to ask about the markets. Where are you operating in?
So when you say where are you offering, what do you mean by that?
That you have customers applying from many different time zones, you said.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we have clients in pretty much every geography. I think there'll be a trade going on at all times through the year. So it would be nice to think that you get Christmas Day off, but we'll still be trading on Christmas Day. And but I think, you know what, I think that's one of the best things about crypto. The fact that you can represent your view or trade your view at any time is amazing. You don't have gap risk over the weekends, which you would have with other asset classes. So it's challenging at times, but it's well worth the effort, and it's been a great journey so far. And all the tools that we create now, we need to make sure that they have access to the markets 24/7. So whether it's a high touch service that we offer through my team, or whether it's just the Coinbase Prime platform, that we offer for clients to go and use themselves. They need to know that when they're on that platform, if they need support, they've got that support 24/7, whether it's my team or our operations team or somewhere else.
Amazing. Yeah, that answers a lot of my questions, because I understand these kind of customers have demand. They need somebody to, go along with them, to support them. We're talking about big operations, and big clients, institutions, and we have lots of them, by the way, watching us right now. What kind of assets are these clients, these institutions are interested in? Is it just, Bitcoin, or is it other assets?
So it really depends. We've got a kind of a range of different clients. So I've kind of focused so far on the kind of the corporates, macro hedge funds, etc. They typically will start with Bitcoin, and then as they get to know the space, they look at ETH and maybe kind of some other like Solana or some of the blue chip DeFi stuff. But that's always a journey, and we're kind of here to help them go on that journey. We've also got clients such as introducing brokers. It's a segment that are essentially B2B applications where they use Coinbase's rails and infrastructure to provide crypto to their clients. So that's going to be white labeling for private banks, or acting as sub-custodians to traditional custodians, or third parties that use our wallet and custodial services infrastructure to provide that to their clients. They often have a much broader request. So they want to be able to offer their clients Aave, Uniswap, SushiSwap, whatever it might be. So we need to kind of expose that to them so they can do the same for their clients. We also have insurance companies and payment platforms that use our stable coins or smart contracts. And that's, again, like a very separate part of the business. And then we're looking into kind of the future of finance. So again, like DeFi, how we can help people get access to DeFi and other kind of smart contract areas within crypto, or maybe even NFTs, and working with kind of sports franchises and players and things like that. So there's a broad range of not only services that we can offer, but also types of clients that we work with. And our goal really is just to be able to offer everything to them that they need, so that if you are a sports franchise, you can come to us and we've got the services you need. If you are an auction house like Christie's or Sotheby's, again, we've got everything that you need. Or if you're a private bank or an insurance company or whatever. So we have a broad range of services for a very broad range of clients. And our goal is to be the Amazon of crypto and be able to kind of offer all of those services to them.
I love it. So basically you built a one-stop shop for these institutions. So every question that it's a relationship. So they might come to you for a new product, and some of them are maybe looking for borrowing or lending products or stuff like that. It's a variety of products, right?
Absolutely, 100%. And I guess the one thing that goes through all of our products is that they need to be trusted and compliant and secure. And that's an area that we really focus on. And it kind of goes back to our kind of core value about being the most trusted exchange. So we certainly do our utmost to make sure that we offer all of those in every single product that we offer, just to make sure that our clients can be comfortable working with us.
Yeah, so I guess when they are comparing other competitor services, and my question is why would they choose yours? I guess the answer is,
yeah, I mean, there's a ton of great companies in crypto. I have to say, like, that's one of the beauties of working in the space. There's so many smart people doing great things. We're very fortunate to have some great clients, and I guess I can only talk to kind of what people have said about us. I think the fact that we're public is certainly helpful. We have a very healthy balance sheet. We've obviously raised a good amount of capital externally through the debt markets now as well. We have all the required stock reports. We have reputable banking and audit partners. We kind of, crypto is a brave new world, but I think we're doing as much as we can to look familiar to a lot of our large clients so that they feel comfortable. And then I think just the kind of the way that we operate, the due diligence that these clients go through is crazy. Like, huge props to our RFI team. Like, I'm not qualified to do that. We have like teams of like 50 plus people that are going to go through these RFAs that are kind of like thousands of questions long. And it's great. I mean, like, they need to know, and it's great that we can kind of be in a position to answer those questions for them. But it's again, full props to our team that manage those out, because it's certainly hard work. But I think by the end of those processes, which can run for months and months, once they've seen all the answers and they've seen that we've done it before, and they can speak to some of our reference clients and things like that, they get pretty comfortable. And it's all part of the journey. Like, I think so much of our job is education. It's a new space. It's an exciting space. Things aren't quite the same as every other asset class. So it's really our job just to kind of help people along that journey and get them comfortable. And it's fun. I mean, we can answer a question one way this week, but then the space moves so quickly that next week something new may have happened, which means we can add to that answer and give them another client, or speak about it in a slightly different way. So it's in general, it's a lot of fun. Hard to keep up, I would say, as well.
I know you've been with the team for longer than. When was the launch of the Coinbase Institutional? When was it? Like, what was the timing of the official launch?
So I guess Coinbase Institutional was launched in 2018, and the OTC desk was launched in 2019. The institutional business has over the last 18 to 24 months, that's kind of been where it's really picked up, and that was through the acquisition of Tagomi. We brought on not only great tech, but like an amazing team. We also had Brett Tejpal also joined the business, who's our head of institutional, who's been amazing for the business and just really helped us accelerate the growth. So that was kind of the period of time that it kind of really kicked on, but it's been around for a few years now. And I think there's definitely a narrative out there that we are just a retail business. It's definitely not the case. We have, I think it's close to $90 billion of institutional assets now, and volume-wise, a large portion of our volume is institutional focused. And in terms of the mandates that we're winning, we've been very fortunate to win kind of most of the large mandates out there. So we have a great retail business, and again, I can't speak to that too much because that's not really where I focus, but we have an incredibly a large institutional business that's growing incredibly quickly as well. So I think institutional trading volume was 317 billion in Q2, which is an increase of 47%. And then in terms of assets stored, it's around $92 billion of institutional assets. So we are very much an institutional business, and we're focused on making sure that our institutions are happy. Whether you are a new fintech that needs to plug into our pipes, or if you're a macro hedge fund, or you're an endowment, or you're a corporate, we definitely kind of have the right tools for you.
Amazing. I think you and the teams are doing an amazing job. I was actually attending some Twitter spaces and conferences where I actually heard your teammates, and I think you guys are doing an amazing job. And again, the opportunity here for these who are watching us is amazing. And that's why it was really important to me to have you. You know, we are the Coin Nation Summit, and the whole idea of the summit is like we are having here, while you're talking with me, we have a marketplace full of companies, institutions from all over the world. The main idea is to connect to do business. So they can schedule a 15-minute call, a video call, and later on, if it's relevant, they can schedule a longer call with you. But this is what we are trying to facilitate here. How can people learn more about the product and everything that you guys are doing? Where's the best place?
Sure. So I think the best place is probably the Coinbase Institutional Twitter. Twitter tag is probably one great place, and then also prime.coinbase.com is where you can see all of the services to the prime broker. And then lastly, I'd say that we do have an institutional market letter that goes out every Friday morning, which is put together by the various trading teams at Coinbase and the sales teams and DeFi, and that gives you a really good overview of what's happening in the space. And feel free to share that with your clients. Yeah. But that one of the things that we're very fortunate about at Coinbase is that we have experts in every single part of crypto, whether it's DeFi or infrastructure or trading or derivatives or whatever it might be. So we can kind of call upon those and kind of bring those insights into the newsletter that we send out each week. So I would say that's probably a really good start, as well as Twitter, which is Coinbase Institutional, and our website, which is prime.coinbase.com.
Yeah, and as you said, education is a big part of this whole thing. So I love the fact that you're putting the information out there and engaging, and that's what we're doing right now with you. So thank you very much. You wanted
No worries. I just one more thing. So I got the website wrong. It's coinbase.com/prime. That's coinbase.com/prime is the right website.
Good correction. And I'm gonna actually put the link over here so people can connect directly and with you, of course. And if anyone from your team will have time today, maybe even during the summit, and for sure after that, by your official channels. And again, I really like what you guys are doing. I think it's amazing, and this is the main topic here on the summit. So really from me, thank you for putting the information out there and engaging, and that's exactly what we need to do in the crypto world.
Cool. Well, no, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for putting on such an awesome summit, and yeah, we're always here. We're happy to help, and thank you for spreading the word. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.